In this video, I am going to teach you about HTTP module in Node.js. Okay, so HTTP module basically is an inbuilt module. Wow. I mean by that earlier when I show you FS modules, then what we are doing? We are just importing that from our Node.js. Now we don't have to install it. Now, like what we did for NodeMon. Similarly, HTTP module is come along with Node.js. We don't need to install it. That's why it is a inbuilt module. Okay, and uh, and why do we use HTTP module? Now, it is a big question. So basically, this module is used to create a server. It is used to create a server. Now, what do you mean by server? What do you mean by server? That's the main question. So let me show you that. So show all the basic website follows a client server model. Now, when I ask for let's say Google, so I am a client and I am asking that I want the Google website. So what? So where this data is going? This data is going to the Google server. It is seeing that this client is want a Google website. So then it transfer the HTML, CSS and JavaScript to us. Na, it transfer a web page to us. Na, I have asked for Google. Now basically it is a search engine here. I am asking for Google Maps. Now it is gone to Google server and then it is transferring the Google Maps and this page is coming to us. So here we are the client and that Google is our server. Now, so what we are doing here, we are creating a server here using Node.js. Now, we are going to create our own server using Node.js. Okay, so how do we create server using Node.js? So let us firstly import the HTTP module from Node.js. Now to create a server we simply like it like this http.create server. So in the let me write here in the client server module in the client server model what happened? Client send a request. Now here you can see I am sending a request that I want Google. I want this web page. I want Google. Now here I am sending a request and then what Google is doing? Google is then giving me a response. This is a response sent by Google. We ask for Google, this is a request, and what we are getting, that is a response. So here I will write the same thing. Every server have two things. One is request and other is response. Now whenever it get a response, then what it does whenever it get a request, then it send a response. So to send a response in our Node.js server, what we did it like this. We just send response dot write. Now hello world. Now and the next command is response dot end, that our response is now ended. This is all. Now we have created a server, but But you can see here that when we ask the Google is sending a response like this. This is a thing. This is originally this is called domain name, but in the background it is something like an address like 1111.111. It is like that in the background. This is a domain name, but actually it is an address, what we called IP address. Now, so we have to, so to have a server, we have to assign a IP address to it. Now, and that address, what we call it is our local host address. The server which we are creating run on the automatically run on the local host address. Now it will when we run this like nodemon mod.js, then it will start running on this server, but we have to assign a port to it. Now what is a port? So port, you can think of a port is a gateway. Now, from where we send a request, like many of you ever work in past on the Flask, then you remember that it has a port number. It the development server has automatically assigned a port number. That was 5000. In Django, I remember it is it was 8000. In React.js it was 3000 similarly, but here we have to assign a port to it. So let's just assign a port number, listen 3000. Now let us run this. Let us run this. So I will pick up my terminal a bit more, clear the screen, and I will write nodemon, sorry, um is I am in correct folder? Yes, nodemon mod.js. Mhm. Great, our server is started. Now let us see this. Let us see that. So I have tell you that the IP will be 127.0.0.1 and we have assigned the port number 3000. Hello world, you are seeing the hello world. Now what we are doing? We are demanding, we are going to this server. Now we have requested to the server running on this IP address, and that server is sending us a response which is hello world. Now we are requesting something and we are getting a response hello world. Let us make it more HTML friendly. Now why it is not it is restarting now. Mhm. Great, you can see this. Now there is one more thing. Now, oh, sorry, let me drop it some. There is one more thing, what we called URL. Let me show you that as well. So whenever a request came, now firstly let me show you. Let me write that command request.url. It is slow. Let me do this. Mhm. Great. So, have you ever noticed this thing? Like, let me open a website. Let us go to the W3 schools. Now, my internet is bit slow, I think. Now, so this is the original website W3 school. Now let me click on learn JavaScript. Then you are seeing that now this is changing. Now, let me go here. This is changing. So every website have that thing. So what we are seeing here, whenever we type request.url, we are getting that thing in this. We are getting the thing which is written behind this. So now we are going to create multiple. Now we are going to create multiple such addresses. Every website has this, so we are also going to create some demo multiple address. So let me do that as well. So we will simply use if statement here. So if request.url, let us take it the firstly let us take it the original path. If request.url will this, then we have to send hello world. Now, um, by the way, we have to do one more thing. Let me show you that as well. Every time when we are sending a response, we have to give it a header. Now, let me show you why we have to do that. Let me open my setting, inspect, go to network tab. Wait a second. Now, go to this. Uh, we have to send a response header. Now, that we have to tell the browser, we have to tell our client that we are sending a HTML thing. So we have to set a response header here. Let me show you what is that response dot sorry, response dot right head right head 200 and in bracket I think content type mhm, mhm, text slash HTML. Great. Let me do this. You can see that we have to every time whenever we send a response, we have to set the content type of that whether it is a HTML response or a JSON response. So we have to tell the browser specifically what is that, and now we are sending an HTML thing, so we have to tell him. So it is text dash HTML. We have to repeat it as well. Now let us create several other endpoint. Now, so as if let us give it ice cream. Okay, ice cream. Let us repeat that as well. Response dot right head. This number what 200 means. 200 means that a response is coming. If we give it a 404, so 404 basically means error page, like that you are on a wrong page. So our response is going. So we are making this page 200. We are sending this 200. I will also make a error 404 as well to show you that. Okay, so content type text slash html response dot write. This is a ice cream page. Great. Let me copy it and paste it. Okay. Let me again copy it and paste it. Let me give it cold drink. Okay. Cold drink. This is good. Cold drink. This is a cold drink page. Hmm. Tell me in the comment whether this spelling is correct or this one. Okay. Now what I will do, I will remove it, and if a person go to wrong page, now originally our response only have three endpoint. One is ice cream, other is cold drink, and this is our home page. Now, but if we type something other, like if we type mhm, like if we type banana, let us take banana. Now then we are giving him the response that 404, that you are on a wrong page, this page doesn't exist. Now so we will send him the response, this page doesn't exist. Great. Let us check that as well. Now so let us go to ice cream. Ah, this is a ice cream page, and now let us go to cold drink. I have given double T. Great. Now let us go to some R battery page, and seeing that now this is status of that 200. 200 status means the response is good. Okay, it is coming. Now if there is something other which is not on our server, this page doesn't exist, and the status of that is 404. Great. So in this video we are only doing this much of thing. Let us meet on the other video. Till then, bye.